February 2011, the battle lines were drawn in Wisconsin as protesters took over the Capitol to fight against Governor Scott Walker's efforts to reform collective bargaining in the state. The move is expected to save school districts more than the New York Yankees pay its players. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wisconsin took the lead in the United States in really taking the teachers' union out of the management of the schools. What they did was to say that collective bargaining agreements could be about wages and about benefits, but could not be about telling us how to run the schools. They couldn't be about teacher tenure and keeping bad teachers. They couldn't stop us from paying teachers based on merit and only paying them based on degrees or seniority. It led to a focus on school choice, particularly in the Milwaukee area.
Unionists lost that battle.
And in terms of the union, it said that the union does not automatically get the dues deducted by the state, but each individual teacher can decide whether to pay it or not. So the union went ballistic, and they got signatures all over the state to recall and throw out of office the Republican senators who voted for that bill, and they targeted 6 of them.
Teachers' unions also lost the recall battle. They targeted 6 Republicans who voted for reform and only got 2 recalled. They needed 3 to give the Democrats a majority in the Wisconsin State Senate. Teachers' unions also went after 2 Democrats who sided with reform and lost.
Had they won that fight and gotten 3 of the 6 defeated, they would have taken control of the state Senate. But more importantly, they would have scared the daylights out of every state legislator, Democrat or Republican, throughout the entire United States. And they would have basically instituted almost a reign of terror of union domination over the electoral process.
Political analyst Dick Morris said the reform victory in Wisconsin is possible because families want better schools for their children. He said the demand for school choice is bringing the need for education reform to the country.
What's interesting is how this is sweeping the United States. Obviously, in Wisconsin, Governor Mitch Daniels in Indiana, Governor John Kasich in Ohio, and Governor Chris Christie in New Jersey have passed wonderful programs, sweeping programs, to reform the schools, limit the power of the unions, and in most cases promote school choice. So I think school choice is really changing this country. It's changing this country's schools. We could never get school choice by getting people to vote with their hands, because the power of the union was such that they could turn out their teachers and mobilize money and win these referenda. But they are going to vote with their feet by leaving the bad schools and sending their children to good schools.
Teresa Rashid, EHE TV.